Kate Tautu. I am a life and business synergy coach alongside of my beloved doTERRA business. And today we are talking about holiday hacks. And you can't talk about holiday hacks without your happy Santa Claus dress, can you? I don't think so. So we're going to be talking about my favorite part of holiday hacks, and that is the emotional side of the oils. Who'd have thunk that we have hacks for emotional properties of the oils? Okay, so first of all, let's think. We are going to be giving a lot of gifts this season, right? And that is fun and that is amazing, but it can also be very stressful and a lot of pressure. So to begin, let's just think, who are we going to give gifts to? Oh, we have our family, we have our friends, our neighbors, our kids' friends. Oh, who else? Oh, do you want to know a trick? And this is personal experience, if you give your garbage man a gift, when you leave your garbage out or forget to put your garbage out, he'll do it for you. I know this from personal experience. So give your garbage man a gift. So what are some of the things we give? Well, let's just think about the gift that we have with doTERRA. We have in our cupboards some of the most powerful gifts we could ever give. And so I want to really get under the surface with that. I have next to me some really cute little presents, but there's a lot more than meets the eye here. So let's talk about that. This is one of my favorites. This is a little manger with some straw and some frankincense sugar scrub and a myrrh bath salt. You guys will see I love bath salts. This is why I love to give them. They're inexpensive. You can scent them with anything. And when you have baking soda and bath salt, baking soda actually clears negative energy, and bath salt will relax you emotionally and physically. So I have a million different ways I love to do bath salts, and they can be so cute in all these different ways. So here's my little frankincense and myrrh. So this is adorable for your friends, for anybody, for your neighbors. But if you know somebody, well, let's just talk for just a second. Sometimes Christmas is not as joyful. Sometimes Christmas triggers heartache. I have a friend who lost a baby at Christmas time. I believe it was Christmas Eve. And for 17 years, her baby passed away of SIDS. And for 17 years, she mourned this little child. That's how long it took to be able to move forward and for Christmas not to be a really hard time for her. Well, the beautiful thing about the oils is when you give the gift of this emotional healing, you can write them a beautiful letter with the gift, or they don't even have to know about it. The thing about the oils and the emotional healing is it works whether you know about it or not. So it's pretty awesome. So this frankincense and myrrh is wonderful for somebody who feels lonely at Christmas time. So if you can think of anyone in your life who might feel lonely, that Christmas triggers that they're alone, frankincense and myrrh, in any way you can do it, is awesome. Okay, let's think about, this is my kids' teacher's gift, because teachers, well, my youngest is in junior high, so can you imagine at the end of the day, this poor teacher, after hundreds and hundreds of kids, she needs to take a bath salt. Well, this particular one has Console in it, and I tried to make it purple, and it turned out green. I don't get it, but whatever, it's still cute, right? But this is an amazing gift. It actually has Console. So I'm going to give it to the teacher for her to relax, but this could also be given to someone who needs that comfort, which is so awesome. Okay, this one is this is a go-to. Your kids just make these. It's peppermint and lavender, and we just layered them, and it's so cute. It's the candy cane bath salt. But what are peppermint and lavender? Do you guys know? Peppermint is the oil of the buoyant heart, so it's a joyful oil that's clearing and happy and brings focus. And then you have lavender, which is the oil of communication. So you're able to stay kind even under those moments of stress. So that's awesome, right? That's another good teacher one. I love this one for teachers too. Let's talk about what's in here. This one is actually past tense, and this one is, I think I did Serenity. So past tense and serenity. So it's a darling candy cane, but past tense is so good for stress as well, and serenity for just surrendering and letting go. And you know, serenity is actually the oil of forgiveness. And we have forgive too. So we have those two. Okay, neighbor gift right here, room spray. So this one is Merry and Bright, and there's recipes online. You can find these online. But you know what the most popular is for my neighbors? I gotta just tell you, it's toilet spray. Just give them toilet spray. They love it. You'll be grateful too if you go to their house. Okay, what's next? Clary Sage, Cheer, and Peace. So this is the shopping blend. This one, and you guys, okay, so let's just talk about peace for a minute. Peace should be called denial. Just kidding. It really should. So I have to tell you, so one time, I just want to share my experience with peace. So one time we had sold our home and we had to move within 2 weeks and we had nowhere. I couldn't find anywhere. We were selling our home and we were going to rent, and I have pets. Nobody rents to people with pets. It's so, So I had 2 weeks, and one of those weeks was leadership. So I was going to have to leave to leadership, come home and move, and I didn't know where to. But throughout this whole process, I had been using peace on the bottoms of my feet every night with my Serenity, just on my nightstand. I always had it there. And I know myself, I should have had at least 2 to 3 meltdowns during this time. Like, honestly, I should have had meltdowns. We didn't know we were moving. We were packing, we didn't know we were moving, and I was going to leadership. And I was fine. I was like, you know, it's all going to work out. God's in charge. We got this. It's going to be an amazing house. And I kept my vision boarding, and I'm using my peace. And you guys, it totally worked. That's why I'm like, this stuff's denial, because I didn't even realize what was really going on. And we did. We found the most amazing house, and it was more than I could have ever dreamed of. So, peace right here. Now, you might be abusing it if you use it at the register. You go to check out. But if you must, it's okay. So one of these is peace, and the other one is cheer. So, but, you know, I'm kind of teasing, but at the same time, finances are a big deal at Christmas. There is a lot of people, or there are a lot of people that are struggling right now, and the expectations are still there. They have children, they have friends, they have neighbors, they have teachers, they have to come up with all of these gifts. And so to be able to give a gift to them that can bring peace and that can bring cheer, even in the time where real life is hard, it's real. And if you want to write them a little note that goes with it, great. If you don't, it still works. And that one, I probably wouldn't write the note, but I'd totally give it to him. Okay, what else? Okay, this one was actually a recipe of my friend who I told you about, whose baby passed away. And it's called the Emotional Release Blend. It is 2 drops of frankincense, 1 drop of citrus bliss, and 1 drop of Siberian fir. And it is incredible. It really, really does help with the emotional release. So if there's someone in your life who you know struggles over the holidays, what an amazing gift to be able to create this emotional release, and you teach them how to use it. They use it on their wrist, behind their ears, on their feet, wherever it feels good to them. That's where their body needs it. And it's also good to ask people where their tension is. They might have tension in their calves. Sometimes when we feel like life is a struggle and we're trudging through mud, the tension is in our calves. So you can rub this on your calves. Things like that. Ask them where they hurt. Okay, what else? Oh my gosh, this one's so cute. Okay. So this was actually one of my girls on my team. She gave me this. And it is so adorable. This is Hobby Lobby little glass. And then she sprayed it with some sparkle spray and put some bath salt in there. It's wild orange and lavender. If you haven't done wild and orange and lavender bath salt, you're missing out in the world. Just go do it. Just trust me. It's amazing. And wild orange is the oil of abundance, and lavender is the oil of communication. So you're happy, you're communicating appropriately, you feel like you can find your words. And in here, what are these ones? Oh, this one I had prepared to give to someone who had loss, who had struggled this season because of loss. There's a lot of different things we could talk about that have to do with loss. But geranium is a heart oil, and ylang-ylang has to do with loss. And you teach them, put a little bit over your heart. If you have sensitive skin, they need to use a little coconut oil, or you can dilute it for them. But these are the larger sample vials, and they fit right in this cute little bottle. Is that awesome? It's awesome. Okay, what else? Oh, this is my wild orange and lavender. So cute. And seriously, you go to the secondhand store, or you go to Hobby Lobby's great, or Michael's is great, and they have all these cute little glass bottles, and they go 50% off a lot. So just watch for those deals. And the dollar store is your very best friend. I got this at the dollar store, and I think this was from the dollar store. So awesome. Okay. Oh, this one. This one. These, you can't see them very well, but are chocolate covered pretzels that I made. Actually did it on a class the other night. And they're On Guard and chocolate, which was amazing. But you know what On Guard is good for? It's good for relationships. So these little puppies are coming to the family time, because sometimes at Christmas we have way too much family, right? So what if we're giving everyone these On Guard chocolates and they're opening up a little bit and being more appropriate? Okay, yes, please. Okay, now let's talk about you. Because at Christmas, you have to take care of you. It's so easy during the holidays to get in the hustle and bustle, and it can be really fun and really crazy, but you have to take care of you. So what is the self-care you're doing? Are you meditating and taking a few minutes? To meditate takes literally 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you can do a great meditation. And all you do is concentrate on your breathing. And if you feel stressed out, just imagine that heaviness you feel lifting off your shoulders. And during that, you could use a little bit of peace or serenity. This baby is what rocked my world. This is why I found doTERRA right there. Past tense. If you're feeling that heaviness and stress, rub that on your shoulders. Rub it on your temples. Another one is sometimes we really don't know what to do. We really don't know what to give people. So a little bit of Immortelle or In Tune will help you to just have clarity and make decisions. So do you guys see how amazing we have it with doTERRA? Do you see that we have so many answers in your cupboard? If in your cupboard you have salt or sea salt or Epsom salt and some baking soda and some coconut oil, you're gonna rock people's world. So let's see, I feel like there's, Motivate. Yes, about December 20th in your purse at all times. Console and Balance. We probably should end with Balance. Balance will be all of our best friend this season. Please just remember that you have everything you need, and that we can give the most beautiful, inexpensive, and meaningful gifts because we have doTERRA. We have the gift of wellness. We have the gift of healing emotionally. And if we will open up and give it and look around, I just challenge you to look around. Take a minute, slow down, and look around at who needs you this season. Look around who needs console, who needs some peace, who needs wild orange, the oil of abundance, who needs serenity, who needs forgive. Wear that. Oh, yes. So that is what is in my doTERRA diffuser necklace. Family party. Okay. Anyway, who needs these oils so that they can get through the holidays and heal? What if it was a time of healing? That's all I have for you today. Have an amazing season. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and God bless.
Hey guys, my name is Tracy Lyman and I'm a wellness advocate with doTERRA and an esthetician of over 15 years. So I'm here to teach you all my top tips and tricks of how you can do fun DIY skincare for the holiday season. So let's get started so you can learn how to do these awesome skin DIYs in your home for the gift-giving holiday season. Okay mamas, I'm gonna teach you one of my top DIY gift-giving gifts for the holiday season. All moms want luxury, right? And we want to do things really fun for our friends and family. And one of my things is I love spoiling my friends with good skincare. So I'm gonna teach you today how to do a simple 3-step, it might even be 4-step. But if you're working with me, they're always very simple, 2 to 3-step process for you to have a fun gift for your mama. So the first one is actually a gentle foaming face wash. And this is so dang simple, but when you're using doTERRA's certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, you are taking this simplicity up to luxurious, right? So the steps are 1/4 cup of distilled water, 2 tablespoons of unscented gentle baby castile soap. Now this is where you can find it in your grocery store. It's usually at maybe Target or online you can find this. It's super simple. The next step is 1/4 tablespoon of organic aloe vera gel. And then you're gonna use 8 drops of your favorite essential oils, and that is it. It's super simple. So mamas, you can find these really simple. These are right online, and they cost a little under $1. So if you're thinking about your mom or your sister, you wanna think about their skin type. So for a mature skin, I love using doTERRA's Immortelle. The reason why I use this blend is because it's all those amazing oils all blended right for you. You've got frankincense and sandalwood and rose right in this blend, so it makes it very simple. You're just gonna open this up, pop the top off, and use a dropper, and you're gonna put about 8 drops of your Immortelle. Now this is gonna be a very luxurious facial body wash, and so I love giving this to my mother-in-law or my mom. One of my other favorite face washes is very simple. It's actually just a Melaleuca. So you want to think about those people in your family or your friends that may have more problematic skin. So they're going to do the exact same recipe, but the oils you're going to choose for them are going to be Melaleuca or maybe even lemon for those problematic skins. And again, it's going to be about 8 drops. So it's super simple, very cost effective, and your family members are gonna feel like you gave them the most luxurious skincare. So let's take it up a notch with doTERRA's certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, and let's create something cleaner, safer, and much more luxurious than what you're gonna find over in the mall. All right, friends, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite DIYs for the holiday. I love giving this one to all my girlfriends, my mom, my sisters, and this one is really fun. So this is a face and body spray, and I love this one because I use this after the shower, or if I'm going out for the night to get much more moisture in my skin. I play it up a little bit, and I love to actually put in a little bit of mica shimmer pigment. In fact, I don't know if you're using the doTERRA shampoo, but they have that same product in that shampoo. It gives that nice little shimmer. So what you need for this is you're gonna need a 1-ounce spray bottle, and you're gonna need your favorite essential oil. So this is kind of the big tip and trick for this. Body oils and sprays are all going to be really personal. So I want you to think about your mother-in-law or maybe your sister and think, what is their favorite scent? So what you're going to do is you're going to put 2 tablespoons of that mica powder in just to give it that nice glittery glow, and then you're going to fill the rest up with water. You're going to add 2 to 12 drops of your favorite essential oil. Mine, in fact, happens to be rose, and I love Citrus Bliss. Another one that I love that you can use is Serenity. This one everyone loves, and it's nice and calming. So this is going to be a really fun DIY gift for your sister or your mom, someone who's a little bit more dry and likes that little shimmery glow. So I want to remind you of the shimmer glitter that we're going to actually put into this. You know, when you find those body sprays, the reason why women love them is because they have a nice little sparkle. But that sparkle can actually be very toxic for you. So like doTERRA, we use a product called a shimmering mica pigment. This is a much natural, safer alternative, and it's going to give you that brilliant glow that you're looking for. All right, guys, I'm back for number 3 DIY gift giving, and I love this one because it's super simple. And I think you're kind of picking up a little bit with me on if it has 1, 2, or maybe 3 ingredients, that's all you're gonna need. So I love this one because you wanna think about giving this gift giving guide for maybe your mom or your sister. And if you're like me, over the years, I have super sensitive skin, very dry, very itchy, and very sensitive. So I can't use very many body washes. So what I love about this one is we can create this to be very simple and customized to the person that we're giving it to. So again, if you want a more uplifting, energizing body wash, something that you're going to use first thing in the morning, I would suggest that you use 10 to 12 drops of your favorite citrus oils. Citrus Bliss is my absolute favorite. Another one that I love is lemon. It's very invigorating, so think about that in the morning. The next way that you could actually give this as a gift is thinking about maybe a body wash for calming or soothing, or also someone who has sensitive skin. So oils that are going to be really great for sensitive skin are going to be oils like lavender, melaleuca. These are going to be great for people who have maybe dry, itchy, as well as maybe even some skin sensitivities or irritabilities. So this one's easy. Again, you can find this little pump right online, and you're going to fill most of this with water. You're going to use about 2 tablespoons of cast iron soap and again 12 drops of essential oils. And that's it. You have your simple DIY Christmas gift-giving foaming body wash. Okay, so this is super simple and it's got just a couple of essential oils and you're gonna love making this one. Again, you wanna think about the person that you're giving this gift to. If they love a certain oil, awesome, make sure you're using those. You can mix and match a lot of these DIYs that we've talked about. So maybe you're gonna give a lotion that's lavender and maybe you're gonna give a body wash that's more of a citrus. But for this particular spray, we're thinking about hydrating and nourishing the skin through the winter time. So what you're gonna use is you're gonna add all the ingredients into a 2-ounce fine mist bottle. So you're gonna use 6 drops of frankincense, 6 drops of lavender, 5 drops of cypress, 1 drop of myrrh, and 1 drop of sandalwood. You're gonna fill the top with distilled water or a carrier oil. And if you're like me, I love to use both. So I'm gonna do part water and part carrier oil. Now you wanna think about the particular type of carrier oil that you're going to use for your skin. If you're dry, you may wanna use more of an apricot. If you're more of a sensitive, you can use a jojoba. So think about just adding in the carrier oil to pertain to your skin type, and that's it. You have a simple DIY, amazing body spray that your friends and family are going to love. I'm gonna talk to you about one of my favorite recipes to make. It's kind of like a DIY perfume. Now, if you wanna think about this, if you have little girls at home that love putting on makeup and love putting on perfume, you're gonna absolutely love making these DIYs. Now, I have quite a few recipes for you, so you'll be able to get your hands on these through doTERRA. And what's a really fun way of using these is inviting over a couple of girlfriends and their daughters and kind of doing a mommy-daughter make and take for the holiday. Okay guys, so I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about a couple of the different recipes that you can use so you can kind of switch and mix it up. The other thing I forgot to tell you, which is really fun, is you can create your own labels. These again can be found online. What I love to do and what I've done with my little daughters, I've actually had their names personally made out of vinyl stickers. So it's like their signature scent and they absolutely love it. So this is just a fun way, again, to get far away from those toxic chemicals that are found in all of your perfumes that you find at the mall. So one of my favorite ones, and my daughter absolutely loves this because she's a rebel. And that's actually what this perfume is called. It's called Rebel. So what you need is 3 drops lime, 2 drops of fennel, and 2 drops of patchouli. And you've got your Rebel signature perfume. The next up I love is called Love, right? And what daughter wouldn't want a perfume called Love made by you, put in her stocking maybe, right? So think about these as stocking stuffers or fun little ways of giving these to your daughter or your friends and family. So this one is 4 drops sandalwood, it's 4 drops geranium, and 2 drops of bergamot. My favorite one is called Peace. I absolutely love this one, and it's perfect for this holiday season. So what you need is 7 drops of patchouli, 3 drops of grapefruit, and 1 drop of ylang ylang, and you have your Peace perfume. So thanks guys for joining me on doTERRA's Empowered Life series. I'm super excited for you guys to make these fun DIYs for the holidays for your loved ones.
I'm Kathy Aldridge, a doTERRA wellness advocate that gets to travel the world teaching people about natural solutions and an essential oil lifestyle. You're watching the holiday edition of Empowered Life series, and this is the place to be inspired. So these past few days, or past week or so, 28.5 million people traveled over the Thanksgiving holiday here in the US. And in the next few weeks, we're all gearing up, whether it's us traveling or our friends and families on an airplane or in a car. I want to give you tips and ideas on how to make that travel easy and smooth and non-stressful. So I'm a wife and a wellness advocate and mother of 4 children. I have married to a commercial airline pilot. He travels the world, and sometimes I get to travel too. So those of us who live the doTERRA lifestyle have a few things that we use every day. And it gets to be a little bit complicated as we discover how are we going to pack all of that in our suitcases. So I'm going to give you some tips. These are some of my very favorite products. I use these products on a regular basis. In fact, for my digestive discomfort and for the health and wellness of my family. So I went to a big box store and picked up, maybe just for a few dollars, a pill case. And you can see here it was labeled Sunday through Saturday. I have packed this pill case a little differently. I took my label maker, and you could just take a permanent marker and wrote down what is in each one of these compartments. This allows me to travel instead of with all of these bottles and taking space in my suitcase with all of my supplements. So I have my nutritional base. I've got my Long Life Vitality and my DDR Prime for in the mornings. And by the afternoon, when I decided to go out to lunch with my friends, I have my Slim and Sassy soft gels and my Terrazymes to help me with my digestive support, and also, of course, maybe with my hunger control. And at the end of the day, I've got who I like to refer to as my arsenal of my Zendocrine friends, my Zendocrine Complex and my Zendocrine Soft Gel, which I call the janitor and the repairman, okay? So these are some of the things that are in my pill case. What goes in yours is what you use on a daily basis, okay? I'm sharing tips with you of what I use, and hopefully it helps you to know how to pack your bags. Now, the second tip I want to share with you is one that is universally asked all the time. In fact, I'm sure the doTERRA call center would agree with me. How do I pack my oils, right? How do I put all of these oils that I treasure, okay, and then how do I leave some of them behind? Right? I need cassia, I need cedarwood. What if I need spearmint, right? So I want to share with you how I do it, whether it's quick travel or we're there for a period of time. I like to pack this case, when I do take this case, in what I call under the belly of the plane, okay? But keep in mind, if this is loaded up with full bottles of oils, and this is your every oil case we're referencing here, this can be anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. So if you're tight on space, and you might be, or tight on weight for the holiday season because you're packing presents, then you might want to consider maybe doing something a little bit more simple like this. Well, polling some of my friends, some other leaders, and asking them what oils they carry when they're traveling light, most people said that mostly they carry the family essential oils, which are your 10 basic oils, then a few extra mood oils or oils that are specific for the needs of their family. So that's a great tip there on, of course, what happens before we get to the airport and what do we pack in our bags. Now, we've talked about supplements. We've talked about oils. Now, there's one other thing that I get a lot of questions about, and that is, do I pack my diffuser? And I want you to answer this question for me. If you diffuse every day, then you're going to miss it. You are going to miss your diffuser. If you're going to somewhere where you're not quite sure of the air quality, then you're going to want your diffuser. So to diffuse or not to diffuse, that is the question. That's up to you, right? But can I give you a good idea? Let's say you're traveling to a family home, right? And somewhere where you want to leave a gift. What if you purchased the new Lumo diffuser, which is very reasonably priced with lots of great PV points this time around, and you diffuse while you're there, maybe 2 or 3 days, this new diffuser, and bring a blank card, right? A blank card that you get to leave a note saying how thankful and grateful you are for allowing them to open their home and house you and your family. And you'd like to gift them that diffuser with, I would suggest, a full bottle of unsealed oil, right? So there's a great gift idea, what to pack, how to get those oils into your suitcase, okay? And one last word of advice. Have your son or you or your children check every oil bottle in that case, okay? You don't want to get to your vacation spot and have all of your holiday gifts smell like oregano, okay? Promise. And or marjoram or wintergreen. I'm trying to think what else has smelled in my suitcase. Anyhow, let's get on, because I know now we've packed our bags, and hopefully you've started packing maybe a few days before you've gotten to the airport, and now we're heading to the airport. Word of advice when you're traveling around the holidays. Leave 10 times earlier than what you would think you need to get there, especially if you're traveling with children. Lines are going to be long. There's going to be periods of anxiousness and stressful situations because hiccups along the way, because think if 28.5 million people were traveling over Thanksgiving holiday, we're going to have some pretty tight airports, okay? And if we understand the energy that we create as human beings and the oil frequencies and understanding the emotional context of humans, then the better energy you bring to the airport, the better and less stressful experience that you will have. Okay, first stressful experience, security lines, right? They don't have to be, right? But chances are it's going to be long. Let's talk about what goes in our backpack. And if you're lucky enough to have come to doTERRA Convention this year, you got to leave with one of these fabulous backpacks. I like to make sure that the oils that I carry fit in a quart-size zippy plastic sack, just to follow the security guidelines. I know other people feel differently about that, but especially at the holidays when it takes 45 seconds to take someone out of line to check their oils. You know, if that was every single person in the line, then that's a lot of time that is putting on making that line even longer. So I travel with a metal or glass water bottle. It's empty, remember, as you go through security lines, because you can't take water through the security. But when I get on the other side, I like to have oils, what I call that drip, right? You have two different kinds of oils that you pack. Oils that roll and oils that drip. And if you've packed a diffuser, you better make sure that you have oils that drip. So I like to have some oils that I take internally in my water that I enjoy drinking. This is grapefruit oil. This is lemon oil. Both, of course, are wonderful and refreshing when I'm in the airport and help to cleanse the water and support me in that regards. Now, when I travel inside my backpack, always beadlets. The easiest way to take oils internally to support your immune system, and then of course your respiratory needs as well. One of the things that we have to realize when we're on the plane and our children are on the plane, a lot of the times ear discomfort is directly connected to our respiratory and this system. So if we can clear up the airways and open up those oxygen channels, then we can support and help combat a lot of the things that happen when you're on a plane going up and down. So let's talk about planes. Sometimes they're kind of squishy, wouldn't you agree? I mean, a lot of people packed in where else do you, unless you're like on a bus or something, are you really, or Disneyland, we could get into that, but packed inside of a plane with that many people? So a lot of times people say, is it okay if I open my oils on the plane? That's up to you. Okay, and I'm going to say that depends. But let me tell you what I do so that I'm not necessarily oiling up the plane. Okay, so 30 minutes prior to the plane ride, I like when we're sitting waiting for, in my case, our names to be called to get on the plane, we have an opportunity when our kids are just kind of kicking it to put oils on. So I'm not quite sure if you can see these. This is a well-used case. In fact, I have many of my leaders who are quite jealous of this case because you can't get it anymore from doTERRA. But inside, when I travel with roller bottles, and I'll tell you why. They're diluted, they're easy to apply on my children and myself, and they're not as potent in smell. Okay, so we put, before we get on the plane, breathe oil on everyone's chests, maybe on their neck, lavender oil. You can swipe that like this around their eyes, under their nose, okay? Opens up airways. I have frankincense in here for periods of anxiousness. Mama. Okay. Also, another thing is I don't pack all my supplements through carry-on. I actually usually check those through in the big case, but I do bring a few supplements if I need them for myself for motion discomfort and things as well. Now, one tip that I have to share with you is when you are going up and down in the plane, sometimes, especially if you're going like from mountain elevation to beach elevation, sometimes we have that ear discomfort that comes when we go up and down. One of the things that works for me is using the oils on your neck, right, and around your ears. Never put oils inside of your ears, okay? But by rubbing on oils such as Melaleuca, Purify, peppermint diluted, people have had success with those oils. Now, did we go through everything in my carry-on? I do carry a lot of oils, but believe it or not, they do fit in that quart-size bag. I carry the oils that I call that drip. I put in an easy keychain. Usually these oils are for my emotional support. I have balance in there. Spearmint, cardamom's one of my very favorite ones for periods of nausea. Lemon, cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon's my go-to pick-me-up. I love to put it on the tip of my tongue. So inside of that oils, my case is oils that I can put internally on or put typically on my tongue. Of course, balance, I would not, but that's for when you have stressful situations on the plane. Now, I always share oils on the plane. It's just who I am. People will see me using oils. I remember there was once a mom walking up and down the aisle, and she had this crying baby and who couldn't calm herself. And you could see the stress in the mom as well. And I was sitting in my seat and I literally just lifted up a bottle of lavender. And it was hilarious because when she came back down, she's like, oh, is that lavender? She's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, right? You have tools that can help other people. And I'm excited that, especially during the holidays, that you'll have opportunities to share these just the way that you authentically share things with other people. Now, I have to tell you that essential oils and the doTERRA lifestyle is not just for everyday use at home. It's for when we travel, right? For life's little emergencies can happen anywhere. Can I let you in on a little secret? Do you guys want to know where some of the dirtiest places are in an airplane and at the airport? Okay. And I'm sorry, I know this is probably going to gross you out. But you know that little button that you push on the drinking fountain in the airport? Yeah, that's one of the dirtiest ones. So I have to tell you, okay, you cannot travel without this. This On Guard hand sanitizing spray is my new best friend to travel. It goes in every single one of our purses, suitcases, backpacks. If you touch that little spot, just put a few sprays on your hand, right? Now, many of you are thinking about gifts this holiday season. Whether you celebrate whatever holiday, everyone loves to receive and give gifts. You want me to show you one of my very favorite new gifts that doTERRA has. It's been there all along, but now it's packaged so cute, right? And you can put a little ribbon on it. You can choose to wrap it. You don't even have to wrap this. It's the introductory kit of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Anyone can afford this. It's at a very awesome price point. And inside of that are 3 of some of our most widely used oils. So think how easy that can fit into your suitcase. I think you can even buy them on discount, when you purchase several of them at a time. So keep in mind, there's a lot of fun things. If you're thinking about gifts for that hard to buy person, think about essential oils, especially if they're not using them yet, okay? Let them know that you're gonna teach them how to use them and share the gift of oils this holiday season. So I told you how I shared lavender, right, on the plane. I share oils everywhere. It's just who I am. Whether you share oils and create a financial income, that's great. But you, as a wellness advocate, as a wholesale customer, can share oils wherever you are. Teach other people. It's really important. So one of the things that I like to carry in my carry-on is this little sample blend. I will give these away on flights all the time, whether I perceive a need or someone just is curious. I say, here, why don't you go ahead and try? And it allows other people to have opportunity to use those oils as well. So before my time is up, I want to share with you a story, okay? A story that happened to me. I have the opportunity sometimes to travel with my family, and I have 4 young children. But at the time of the story, there were just 3 kids. And we had a chance to take our kids to Hawaii, right? The islands of paradise. And one day, we woke up in our resort, and my oldest, who was usually perky and happy and the first one to hit the pool and the beach, was just lying on the couch, right? And he seemed down, right? And not just emotionally down, but physically he seemed weak. And I was very confused. I don't know exactly what was going on with him, but what I did know is that I felt empowered because I had tools. I had tools to help support him in helping him feel better, right? So we moved him to the bed and we put oils on his spine, and I used coconut oils always when I use them on my children. And we layered those oils, frankincense, melaleuca, on guard, peppermint as a finale, and helped drive them into his spine. And again, with a few hours of rest, he was up and ready to go. And that was just one story that I want to share. There's so many more, and I want you to create your own stories. Now, there's little emergencies that happen all over, not just at home. And if that's something that you want to be prepared for, life's little emergencies, I challenge you to pack what oils you know how to use into your holiday suitcases or cars or purses this holiday season. Thank you for letting me empower and inspire you.